What's up folks, my name is Felix. Welcome back to today's video about Stasis Network, a project which I would consider is on the right path when it comes to DeFi, when it comes to utility. To give you a short introduction what Stasis is all about, it is basically, or we can describe it basically as a DeFi mutual fund, a project which wants to build a portfolio in DeFi which rewards the token holders, the Stasis token, which is basically your share of this DeFi mutual fund. If you want to get a deeper explanation of what Stasis Network is all about, you can watch my previous videos about the project. I'm covering this already since the pre-sale around 6 to 7 weeks ago. Today I just want to share the actual state of the project with you, how my current stake looks, what I did in the last weeks, and what's probably new. So without further ado, we want to get right into it and take a look at the current dashboard. Here you can see the current APYs of the different pools if you pair the token, the STS token, with, for example, Matic, because Stasis is running on the Polygon chain, or you can also put it into a single staking pool or pair it with the SDS Plus token, which is the appreciating stablecoin backed by USDC. And my current positions look like, as you can see in the background, the value of my STS Matic farm is sitting at roughly 2100. In the STS Plus form, we have roughly $70 and I also have funds in a single staking pool, so around 10.5k of Stasis token, which have a value of $90. So it went slightly down compared to my last video. That's because of some people taking profits in the STS token and the price went down a little bit. What we are going to do now is putting another LP pair into the STS Plus farm because I have a few tokens left. If we take a look on my wallet right here, so I have roughly 6k in Stasis token and around 770 STS Plus token. That's why we now want to create a LP pair here in this video live. So I choose the max amount, make the LP, approve of course both tokens, and then deposit them into the farm. So now as I have both tokens approved, I just confirm that I want to create the liquidity pair, which costs around 4 cents. So on the Polygon network, it's very cheap. I also confirm this as well as on my ledger. And as you can see now, my LP balance has been created. Now I go back to the farming and click on deposit, click the max amount, approve this again, and deposit them into the farm to max out the compound effect here in this case. So these should be deposited within the next seconds, and as you can see, the value of my STS Plus and STS farm increased and my funds are now working again. Now we want to take a look at the current price chart, compare it to a very similar project which is called MDB, and a lot of you should know. And then we want to take a look at the news, what's happening in the background and what might be interesting to know. So the first chart we are taking a look at now is the STS chart. This again launched at the 17th of June. So we are now live around 6 to 7 weeks and we are a little bit down on the launch price. So it should be around 5 to 10%. The launch price was at roughly 1 cent, but again, there were a few people which took profits in the STS Plus token. That's why the chart looks like this. But if we compare it to a very similar project, which is MDB, Make DeFi Better, the chart here also went below the launch price for the project took off. I'm not saying that the Stasis token is taking off over the next weeks or months. There's a projected return or an achievement which they want to get of 400% in the first year with their mutual fund. All the funds have already been deployed and let's see how that works out. But in MDB, it also took a decent amount of time until people realized what they are doing in the background and that they are on the right path. And I think Stasis is also on that path. Second token we want to take a look at is the STS Plus token. And here this token is completely doing what he should do. You should take profits in the STS Plus token. And that's why the chart here in this case looks very clean. And if there's an arbitrage opportunity because there was a bigger sell-off, people will take advantage of this and buy back STS Plus, and the chart looks very stable. So this is the current situation. Of course, we have not that much volume in both of the tokens. If we jump back to the STS token, we can see that the volume is very similar, so around 1K every single day. Of course, when these sell-offs happened, the volume was way higher, but when the volume is higher, they of course generate more fees because of the sell and buy taxes, and once they generate fees, they are of course able to burn more of the tokens. For example, we are sitting currently at around 257,500 STS token and started with an allocation of 260 million. So there have been already a few burns of the token. 10% of every burn transaction gets also sent to the NFT rewards pool. I, for example, hold one of those NFTs. So if we jump back on the dApp, you can see my NFT here, which is currently generating around 500 STS token per week, which is equal to around $5. So it's not that much, but in the long run, if you use the compound effect here in this case, put them back into the farms, pair them with Medic or STS Plus with those high APYs here. Again, these are still over 100% APY currently, and as there is not that much TVL in the pools, this is a very nice return of around 0.2, 0.3, sometimes also 0.4% daily. And as I believe in their strategy, what they want to achieve with this protocol, I will of course let my funds compound in these farms. Another thing which I wanted to mention here, if we jump over to their Discord, they have AMAs on a regular basis here with other projects. For example, before I started recording this video, I listened to the AMA with Fairplay, so with On-Chain Oliver here. And this was quite informative, and I can recommend you guys to listen to those AMAs because from my perspective, he's a great host asking exactly the right questions and you get more insights in other projects. What also happens here, they just released the second episode of their podcast, if you want to check that one out, and they just paid out the rewards from the Sealy competitions, which I also want to go over. So currently there are no quests available on the Sealy page. So most of you who follow my channel on a regular basis should know Sealy. There you just do some quests, and once in the end, if you are on a top position in the leaderboard, for example, I'm sitting currently on place 14 because there were just 3 quests in the current competition from the 1st of August to the 31st of August, and there you can win Stasis token, which I did over the last couple days and weeks. So for example, this here is my wallet, so I received additional Stasis token because I did those Sealy quests. For example, here 2200, 1600, and here 2000, and those are around 20 bucks, 16 bucks, and 22 bucks. And of course, if the Stasis token increases in value, these airdrops will be more valuable. So this is a great opportunity with very less effort to get some additional tokens, which you can then put into the farms and let them work with those juicy APYs. And that should already do it for my Stasis update. That's the current situation of the project. I really like this project and I think they are on the right way. Tomorrow there will be their monthly update where we'll probably see all the numbers of the DeFi fund, where the funds are deployed and how much rewards they are currently generating. This will be very exciting. I will of course look into this. And as always, if you have any questions, write them down in the comment section. I will do my best to answer them. If you like today's update, would be great if you can hit the like button. And if you don't want to miss future updates on promising DeFi projects, you might want to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and let's get this crypto.